An art contest in Michigan drew criticism over one unmistakable display, a massive pin cushion bearing an unflattering likeness to Donald Trump, with pins that guests could use to jab the president. Entitled Presidential Pin Cushion, the work created by local artist Molly Alitsky-Korivo was on display recently at the annual art prize showing and competition held out of Grand Rapids, Michigan. Visitors, including children from schools throughout the region, were encouraged to take a pushpin and stick it anywhere on the Trump caricature. More than 10,000 pins were jabbed into the large cushion, which was on display for nearly 3 weeks. Donald Trump lies, rants, and spews hate, read a sign displayed next to the exhibit at Art Prize. His bumbles endanger us all. Chose SP a pin. Then give the POTUSA. Alitsky-Korivo told Fox 17 West Michigan that nearly 60% of the pins were taken out by someone and left in piles on the floor when she went to the piece 2 weeks ago. She says she's used to by now since the piece went up September 10 and that she is open to the criticism. The artist behind Presidential Pin Cushion is also selling fabric cutouts on her Etsy page so others can make their own, smaller version of her work. Artprize.org. I don't think he's a respectful person, said Alitsky-Korivo. I don't think that whether somebody is the president or a pope or whoever, if they don't act with respect, they don't deserve respect. Some who viewed the exhibit said it went too far. Although I respect the art and the intention behind it, I find it extremely disrespectful for our country, for our president, and I think this is just one more thing that's causing a greater divide, Rena LaLiberte told the local news station, adding that she thinks it would be a different story if it were any other president. He is the president of the United States, said LaLiberte. The country should stick together and band together. I didn't vote for Donald Trump, but I would never have done this to President Obama, President Bush, or any other president that we've ever had. They would have never done anything like this. The exhibit was part of a competition that began on September 20th. Visitors are encouraged to vote for their favorite work of art, with a total of $500,000 in prizes given to the winners. The open, experimental mission remains firm for the show that draws hundreds of thousands of attendees annually. It comes directly from founder Rick DeVos, grandson of multi-billionaire Rich DeVos, a co-founder of direct sales giant Amway Corp., an art prize sponsor, and son of Education Secretary Betsy DeVos. The show also has other works critical of Betsy DeVos and the Trump administration, including For-Profit Education by Sarah Ellis, a Grand Rapids high school teacher. She says in a statement that her installation reflects her concern over policies that harm free and quality education for all. It includes a video showing a hammer striking plaster casts of the ancient Greek philosopher Plato, who is quoted in the work saying, "Education is teaching our children to desire the right things." Art Prize Exhibitions director Kevin Buste said political statements, including those against the DeVos family, have been part of the competition since the beginning. In 2009, Anna Campbell exhibited the Seeding Trilogy, which featured drink posters with messages calling out efforts by members of the DeVos family to fight same-sex marriage. Buste said an increase in political pieces, and an increasing spotlight on them, is no surprise, given the current climate. Some artists are angry and they have a right to be angry, he said. They're using Art Prize as a vehicle to express that and to work through really complicated and tricky issues. Of course, some of that is going to be directed toward the current administration and some of our funders, he added. That's fine. I'd be worried if that weren't happening. Prizes for the competition were awarded Sunday evening and Presidential Pin Cushion was not one of the recipients. The top prize went to a portrait of President Abraham Lincoln made with more than 24,000 pennies. A. Lincoln by Richard Schlatter was awarded one of two $200,000 prizes following a public vote in Grand Rapids. Click for more from Fox 17. The Associated Press contributed to this report.